Buddha.
Welcome to the Dumb Crimes and Criminals podcast. I am your host, Rick. Follow me on Instagram at Rick_BHR. We here. Welcome to my new podcast. Again, the name of this podcast is called Dumb Crimes and Criminals. And, I had this idea to do this podcast. I've been sitting on this idea for some months now. You know what I'm saying? A few months, maybe like 5 or 6 months, something like that. And I was like, you know what? Let me pull the trigger and go ahead and start. You know what I'm saying? Last week, I got some new equipment. I upgraded everything I had. You know what I mean? I went and got new mics, got the Rodecaster, headphones, ring lights, web cameras. I went, made a nice investment. And I was like, you know what? I got to kick it off with this new podcast, man. I've been sitting on this joint for too long. I've been seeing a lot of crazy stuff, and I got to talk about it, right? I've been listening to the podcast. I've been listening to podcasts for some years now, and I'm an avid podcast listener. I listen to a lot of podcasts while I'm at work, and it makes the day go by. If you working 8 hours, you go listen to a couple of podcasts. One might be an hour and a half. One might be 2 hours. One might be 3 hours. You know what I'm saying? That's 6 right there off 3 podcasts. Then you go listen to another one. That's 2 hours. Your day done. You know what I'm saying? So it's a good tool to just help me because, I work a lot. So it's a good tool to help me just get through the day. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people, when they work, they like to listen to music. I recommend podcasting personally. So if you can listen to music at your work, or you got a radio or something at your work, throw a podcast on. You know what I'm saying? Because that music shit is like you listen to, unless you just got your shit on shuffle. Because I like to listen to music when I'm in the whip. You know what I mean? That's when I got the music jumping, when I'm in the whip and I'm riding. You know what I'm saying? I'm heading out. I'm just riding around or whatever the case. That's when I got my music jumping. But when I'm working, I'm on a podcast tip. Like I said, I'm an avid podcast listener. So I listen to all types of podcasts. I listen to music podcasts, financial podcasts, business podcasts, you know what I'm saying? Motivational podcasts, you know what I'm saying? Just all different types of podcasts. My favorite genre of podcasting is the true crimes podcast. Because like when I listen to music, listen to music podcast, I know everything they talking about. You know what I'm saying? Granted, unless they have a guest. If they don't have a guest, you know what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10, if they have a guest, I know the guest story. But, I still listen because it's like, they talk about different shit. And, they talk about a lot of things you didn't know. So, all right, that's cool. But let's say I listen to one of these music podcasts and they're just talking about, current events and things like that. I already know all those things. I'm one of those kids that used to get the CDs and cassettes and, read the back, see where it was made, who wrote it, who recorded it, who engineered it. I used to be able to tell all that. You know what I'm saying? Who's the label, the publisher, all that, man. I miss those days of actually reading the back of a CD. These youngins nowadays, they'll never know anything about that. You know what I'm saying? Another thing with that is different point of views. You know what I'm saying? Like whoever, me and you might watch the same movie. I might like the movie. You might not like the movie. It might be the dopest shit in the world to me and the wackest shit in the world to you. It might be the funniest in the world to me and the corniest in the world to you. That's the good thing about podcasting. Because it's not that I'm doing something new with this podcast, but I'm just doing something from my point of view. You know what I'm saying? I won't be the first to do it, the last to do it, the middle to do it. That's just what it is. So with that being said, I had this idea. I had this, hold on one second. My wife is texting me. I had this idea to do this podcast, right? Because like I said, I'm a big fan of the True Crimes podcast. Because when I listen to the True Crimes podcast, I don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? I don't know the story. I don't know the crimes. I don't know, the twists, the turns. Like, it just be some wild shit. So that's my favorite genre of podcast to listen to because I find it interesting. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to come through with a podcast, you know? And I was like, well, if I do a podcast, I want it to be in the true crime field. So what do I want to do, right? So I'm like, you know what? I don't want to, I don't want to do like a lot of research and, you know what I'm saying? Because the ones that I listen to, they're real intricate. I don't have that. I don't have the time for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, they really do a lot of research and intricate ass fucking detailed about shit and twists and turns and all that, right? So I'm like, yo, it's a lot of dumb criminals in the world. I say, yo, it's a lot of dumb criminals in the world, right? A bunch of dumb criminals that be doing dumb crimes. So I say, yo, there you go. Dumb criminals and crimes. It came to me just like that. Dumb criminals and crimes. And on my platform, I said, I'm going to talk about dumb criminals and the dumbass crimes they be committing. You know what I'm saying? I'm just here to joke and make fun of people doing dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? That's it. If you think about it, people do dumb shit all the time, right? And sometimes you look at them and say, wow. Like, sometimes people do shit that's so dumb. You look and be like, I can't believe you just did that. Like, you really just did that? Like, that's some dumb shit. Why would you do that? Right? Like, that's very dumb. And you did that. Why? Just think about how many times you seen an article or you watch the news or something like that, and somebody did something that dumb, and you was like, wow. Like, you're fucking looking at the screen, or you're looking at your phone, wherever you're looking at it at, like, what the fuck? Is this real? So I'm like, yo, you know what? On my platform, we're gonna talk about that. So, that's what we're gonna do. And to make it crazy, right? Because look, like I said, I've been sitting on this joint for a couple of months. I've been sitting on this idea for a couple of months, right? So about 2 months ago, or something like that, some dumb shit happened. And off rip, I said, yo, when I launch my podcast, when I launch my new podcast, that's gonna be the first story that I talk about. That's gonna be the first story that I talk about. And it's crazy that we're here now. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to Eyewitness News, man. We're gonna go to ABC Eyewitness News, New York.
In the Bronx tonight, a search for a suspect in an attack that can only be described as disgusting. That attack happened at a subway station. The man threw feces on a woman who was waiting for a train and then took off. That horrified victim today talked to Eyewitness News reporter Stefan Kim.
It is an attack on the subway, so vile, so disgusting. There are a few words to describe the indecency. In this video released by the NYPD, you can see a man take something out of a bag. That's something, human feces, which he then throws and rubs on a woman's face. No apparent motive. That woman says she was attacked out of nowhere. Speaking in Spanish, the victim, who did not want to be identified, says her assailant spread it all over her face and into her hair. She says she was sitting on a bench on her phone when she was struck. It happened so quickly. She didn't realize what had happened until after he fled. Police say it happened last Monday, February 21st, around 5:15 p.m. on the southbound platform of the East 241st Street subway station in the Bronx. The victim says 2 days after she...
What is going on, my man? What is going on, my man? First and foremost, why the fuck would you do this? Why would you do this? I read the article. If I'm not mistaken, I think this dude is like 37 years old or something like this. You know what I'm saying? This dude he has no mask on, right? Let's think about this. All right, so if you're from New York, I'm from New York. If you're from New York, right, you've probably been on the subway before. You know what I'm saying? The subway is a wild place, man. You ain't no telling what could go down on the subway. You know what I'm saying? You go down on the subway, it's hot, it's muggy, sometimes it be crowded, sometimes it be empty. Motherfuckers dancing, motherfuckers fight. It's you don't know what anything can occur on the subway. All right, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't know if this dude was on the subway or if he was just, like on the platform of the subway, just loitering. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if this nigga got off the train or if he was just on the platform loitering. This dude casually walks down the platform of the subway, sees the lady sitting on the bench. He has a bag in his hand. Boom, mush the bag in her face, all on her hair, all in her face and all that, right? Come to find out, this nigga got his shit in the bag and he pushed it in this lady's face. Now, first and foremost, was that premeditated? Like, seriously. Like, this is shit that people need to know. Because if these type of people is really on earth walking around that's premeditating throwing shit in people's face, like, when did that idea kick in? When did that idea kick in? Was this a spirit of the moment type of thing? Did this nigga, like, do this, like, right then and there? Like, did he just get mad about something and say, you know what? I'm about to just shit in his bag and throw it in her face. Or did this nigga leave his house with the shit on deck? You understand what I'm saying? Like, that shit is crazy to me. That's crazy to me. Like, the mere fact that he got shit is fucking ridiculous. Like, you just walking around with shit brewing? You rode the subway with a bag of shit on you? You had to ride the subway with a bag of fucking shit on you, yo. Cause you didn't get off the subway, shit, then run down on the lady. You understand what I'm saying? Then he didn't even do a fucking drive-by. He wasn't on a bike. He wasn't in no car. He walked down. He did a walk down. He didn't do a drive-by. He wasn't on the subway hanging. Like, you know how sometimes you see videos, niggas ride in the back of the subway. You understand what I'm saying? And he didn't ride the back of the subway when they get past her and throw it. He wasn't in between the carts when they got up to her. He threw it. This nigga walked up, hit her. Boom. He walked down. Poop assassin. This nigga walked down. Like, did he have more on him? Like, this shit is so crazy to me because who the fuck would do some shit like this? Like, you gotta be a bugged out human being to do something like this. And you on camera. How do you explain that? If you got kids, how do you explain that? Yo, you know what? I was mad. Damn, Dad. You was mad enough to shit in the bag and throw it in somebody's face? You was a nasty nigga. How do you explain that to your kids? Oh, nah, you know, I was just having a bad day. That bad to shit in the bag and carry it on the subway? Like, stinking and like, think about what he did. He had shit on him. I want to know if he emptied the clip. Did he have an extendo clip of shit? Like, did he have more rounds of shit on deck? You know what I'm saying? Did he hit somebody before he hit her? You understand what I'm saying? Like, he could have had more clips and more rounds of shit in the tuck. He could have been on a fucking spree all day. Like, we need to investigate this nigga because he could have hit somebody. This was in the Bronx. He could have hit 2, 3, 4, 5 people in Brooklyn. And you know what I'm saying? Like, for real. You know, when motherfuckers be sniping shit, they be hitting a lot of people. Like, this is only victim? Is this his only victim? They really need to investigate this nigga. Because this is insanity. And if you know him, you got to disown this nigga. You got to disown this nigga. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if somebody that I know did that, and I just be sitting there and I'm looking at the TV, I'm watching the news and shit, I'm like, yo, okay. Oh, yeah, my man, what the fuck? What he did? That nigga, wait, what? He smeared shit? What? Oh, nah, son. I'm not fucking with this nigga no more. Me and this nigga do not align anymore. Like, we not cool. We not kicking it. We not hanging out. We ain't doing nothing no more. If you know me and you do some shit like this to somebody, you don't know me no more. I'm a complete stranger to you. You understand what I'm saying? I'm a complete fucking stranger to you. Lose my number. All that. Nigga, act like Will Smith came through with the Men in Black shit and zapped your ass. You do not know me no more if you do this to somebody or have done this to somebody. If you've done this to somebody and got away with it, you still don't know me no more. Just don't call me no more. Don't text me no more. Don't do nothing. If you've ever done anything like this to somebody, this is wicked shit. And that's what this podcast is about. Highlighting the dumb shit people do. The dumb shit. Who does this? Your man's got to look at you crazy, yo. Your man's got to look at you fucking crazy, yo. On some real shit. Your man's got to look at you crazy. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Your man's got to look at you crazy, my nigga. Straight up. Your man's got to look at you crazy. Because that was wild what you did. And we can't smoke together. We can't drink together. You know what I'm saying? You a different type of nigga. And I'm just not on that level. You know what I'm saying? My level, the level you operating at, my level don't go there. You know what I'm saying? Like, my level don't go to the level that you operating at. You at a way higher frequency than me. You know what I'm saying? I'm down here on some chill, mellow shit. You on some wild, bugged out, next level, unadulterated, psychotic, weird, bugged out shit, and my level ain't there. My level is not there. I want to know why. I want to know why he did that. When you go to jail, niggas be like, yo, what up? What you do? You know what I mean? Smear shit in this lady face. Like, I shit in the bag. Like, did when he left the house, right? Did he shit in the bag when he left the house and then just took it on the subway and was waiting for the right time to attack? You know what I'm saying? Because you know them sniper, like I said, he's a poop bandit. He's a sniper with it. So, you know, snipers be in the tuck. They wait for the right time. He waited for the right time. So that means that nigga was walking around with shit brewing for however long till he felt the right time to attack. This nigga is a fucking monster. We need to get him off the streets. He's a monster. You understand what I'm saying? Like, real talk, he's a monster. And like I said, I want to highlight people like him. You know what I'm saying? I want to highlight people like him. So that's what this podcast is about. I'm here. Now, I'm not the only one that see dumb shit. If you see dumb shit and, you know, you want to reach out and you want me to talk about it and you want me to do an episode on it, yo, reach out to me on Instagram, Rick_BHR, or hit my email, thedccpodcast@gmail.com. All that information is going to be in the description. But this is what we doing on this podcast. We going in on these dummies, man. These niggas is bugged out, and we normal. So we going in on all the bugged out people. because this shit is crazy. My man did a walk by, bareface. He didn't give a fuck about no witnesses. My man was bareface, no mask, with a fucking blue do-rag on. Nigga, like, my man, it's 2022. You in the subway in New York City. Do you know how many fucking cameras there is? You went bareface, raw dog face, no mask. You went raw dog face, no mask. You are a different type of breed, my man. You're a different type of breed. And I'm gonna get something for you guys for when I end my podcast off. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get like a slap or something. You know what I'm saying? Like a slap or something. Cause you motherfuckers, like, something needs to happen. Because, it's crazy because, like, my grandmother, you know what I'm saying? Like, my grandmother, she had an apartment in Harlem, and she had a, crib in Long Island and shit. And, when she's in the city, she don't bring her car. She likes to jump on the subway. It's faster. My grandma like jazz, so she likes to go to the park, listen to music, go to concerts, or go to the, you know what I'm saying? Go somewhere, nice place, get something to eat, read. You know what I'm saying? Just enjoy the city. She's always been like that. And, she travels at night by herself. Like, she's just always been like that. She doesn't do it anymore because she's older now. You know what I'm saying? But, like, she's always been like that. She's come and took my kids up there, and they left at nighttime. And I was nervous as shit. I'm like, yo, like, she's just like that. You know what I'm saying? When I was younger, she had me and my cousins. We'd be out. You know what I'm saying? Nighttime, we going to the movies, whatever, on the subway. So that's another thing about that situation, because that could have been my grandmother, that could have been your grandmother, that could have been your mom, that could have been your aunt, your sister, your cousin. You know what I'm saying? Like, that could have been somebody we know that this clown ass nigga did that to. And that shit ain't cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's jokes and all that, but come on, my man. If you dealing with something, then, deal with that. And I know, mental health is a thing, because clearly he has some type of mental health situation. I didn't read too much into the article, but I know he got a couple of priors, and if I'm not mistaken, I think the mayor or somebody in the law enforcement was stating that he shouldn't even been on the streets. You know what I'm saying? Due to his priors and things like that. So maybe there is some mental health things going on, and we need to figure that out. You know what I'm saying? Nothing against people with mental health, but at the same time, I feel like, it should be, things should be taken more serious. You know what I'm saying? Things should be taken more serious. And, we need to prevent things like this from happening, because that could have been somebody we know. You know what I'm saying? Like, and come on, man. That's some weak as shit. This nigga has shit on deck to throw. He's a different animal. He's a different fucking animal, yo. That shit ain't funny, but, yo, he's a different beast, man. But, like I said, man, this is the first episode of the Dumb Crimes and Criminals podcast, man. I'm going to be coming through. We're going to talk it up. You know what I mean? I'm going to come through, hit y'all with 2, 3, you know what I mean, dummies a week, shit like that. Whatever I feel like it, man, we just going to drop it. But, one thing for sure, 2 things for certain, I would have definitely appreciate support. If you like it, feel free to tell somebody about it. It don't cost you nothing. Subscribe to the podcast. And, like I said, man, I'm just learning how to work with this Rodecaster. You know what I'm saying? Like, I bought it a couple days ago. This is literally my first time. Like, I set it up and shit, but now I'm actually recording off it. So give me a little bit to, you know what I mean, get my shit in here, man, because, I need a special sound for these dummies, man, because this gonna get crazy, man, because just think about all the wild shit. I just told you a wild story. My man had poop on deck. You know what I'm saying? Like, he had the poop on deck. I don't know if he had an extended clip. You know what I'm saying? He could have had 3, 4, 5 more, you know what I mean, joints in the tuck. He could have had the extendo. He could have had the chopper. I don't know what he had. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what he had. But that was wild. And that's what I'm coming through with on this podcast, man. So, you know, we here to crack jokes and make fun of the dummies, man, and you know, people doing dumb shit. And you know, we're gonna do it like that. So again, man, I appreciate you for listening. Please, man, if you're listening, follow the podcast on it will be available on all platforms. And we're gonna turn it up, man. So again, I am Rick. Follow me on Instagram at Rick_BHR. Hit the email thedccpodcast at gmail.com. And yeah, we gonna get to it, man, because there's a lot of dummies out here, man. But until then, I'm gone.
Buddha.